Yeah, bag it up in the trap, we bag it up. If your bitch in the cut, I'ma bag it up. My wrist on walk and my bag is up. If he try and violate, we gon' tag him up. I can see the hate, got him mad as fuck, never satisfied. Need a crib by the lake with a bad chick, and she got cake, she'll back it up. I got no time to parlay, unless it's big checks or parlays. I've been rich, it's not far away. Light the spliff and I stargaze. Consultation with the constellations. They said the world was in a dark phase. It got me desperado for protection. Carry big strap in a guitar case. She ain't a slave to the bands, even though they make her dance. He ain't a slave to the check, but wouldn't hesitate to take it.
Big Chief!
See me,
Yes, sir. We back.
I ain't signing deals
back.
shaking hands. Unless it's
In
like
action.
a distribution, I got major plans to expand. All I know is make a bag, spend some dough and make it back, make it stack. Flashback of being broke, seeing smoke blossom from a seed of hope, a tree of dope, and I'm soaking it absolutely the most of all my vehicles. I need to see my full potential. See, I broke my pencil, even though my temple's free of pressure. I don't need the extras. I'ma bag it up in the trap, we bag it up. If your bitch in the cut, I'ma bag it up. My wrist on walk, and my bag is up. If he try violate, we gon' tag him up. I can see the hate, got him mad as fuck, never satisfied. Need a crib by the lake, got a bad chick, and she got cake, she'll back it up. What? Bag it up in the trap, we bag it up. If your bitch in the cut, I'ma bag it up. My wrist on walk, and my bag is up. If he try violate, we gon' tag him up. I can see the hate, got him mad as fuck, never satisfied. Need a crib by the lake, got a bad chick, and she got cake, she'll back it up. Word.
Okay. Let's get it. What's up, people? Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all of that. Hope you guys enjoyed some much needed time off. The last thing I read was King of Snakes 11. So I think I have 12. Is it 12 to 15 I saw? So I think I have 4. So we got a little catch up to do. It's going to be fun. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed your time off. Honestly, I'm not rested, but I'm blessed. I am still tired. I'm still old. I did a lot. We did a lot. I hung out with my girlfriend a lot. Did some family things, had some much needed us quality time. It was fun. Christmas was good. She really went all out. She truly spoiled me. I actually even got a new I actually needed a new mouse pad. So there's us on it. Really nice mouse pad. Yo, the other day she made some jerk chicken and rice. I swear to God, I've been dreaming about it, but it was good. Yeah, New Year's was fun. This is the first time I got to celebrate a New Year's with somebody like that. I usually spend them with my homies or alone. So the only thing is I didn't game as much as I wanted to, but that's okay. I think I'm just going to start playing games on stream and like Simi is and beat him on stream. But without further ado, get through the comments. Let's get into some King of Snakes. Vacation 9 is back. Time to handle some snakes. Yes, sir. A lot of snake activity going on right now. Yes, we are so back right now. Yes, 4 chapters. Tierra. Howdy. Yes, all 4 today. We're doing all 4 today. Nice. Glad to hear that. I went to the club on Christmas and New Year's and learned there's just as many degenerates as me. Oh, damn. What's up, Corey? What's going on? Happy New Year. All right. I'm excited. I remember how it ended. Syria was fading away. Indra had the big play. And then Agni and Vayu came out the cut like, I got you, big dog. I'm here. Don't worry. We gonna believe you? So let's see what we're cooking up with. We got 4 chapters. We back real quick. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm actually really excited because I have 4 chapters, so I know I'm gonna eat. The last thing I want to say is I went 5 in a row. I tried. I'm gonna try 7 in a row again. Tomorrow we're gonna watch Bleach. Wednesday, we're going to play some Cassette Beasts. I'm thinking about playing Dungeons of Hinterberg, but I did promise you guys to play Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door on here, so I'm going to do that. Probably the first game I really get on here and do. And then Xenoblade when it drops, we'll see. All right. Say hi to YouTube. Just be on YouTube later. Like the video, subscribe. It's time for some King of Snakes marathon, if you will. We got 4 chapters to react to. Agony came through. Vayu came through. Surya disappeared. Indra hit us with the big play. Let's see what we got. What we got. All right. There's Ran, his child, Gandhavra, and Kasak in the water. There's Lee's looking over. She's quite a distance away. Let me just open my water. Did you guys stay hydrated? Did you guys eat anything cool? My girlfriend made me like salad. I can't believe this. I'm eating salad, yo. Not that I don't eat vegetables. I love vegetables, but salad is boring to me. But I got learned. Salad could be dope. The Ananta should stay quiet for a while after this. Agni and Vayu have been released. And Surya, who has excellent tracking abilities, no longer stands on the side of Ananta. This is Asha speaking. Salad is a good as a side. See, like, I'm still with you. Like, if someone was like, for dinner, salad, I'm going to look at you sideways like, where's the meat? But I like my vegetables cooked, steamed, whatever the case may be, seasoned. But, like, salad is fine. She put like Himalayan salt, the pink rocks. She trying to extend Nai's lifespan. She's like, you need to live longer. You can't just eat chicken and beef. And yes, I can. Balsamic vinegar and some olive oil. Whew, that was good. She negotiating with Yamla. Okay, Agni and Vayu have been released, and Surya, who has excellent tracking abilities, no longer stands on the side of the Anantas. At this point, it would be too risky for the Anantas to engage in a fierce battle for the vessel. In any case, the gate has been opened and the resurrection is imminent, so they are in no rush. Isn't a vessel essential? Will the resurrection still proceed by just waiting? Just waiting won't do it, but, says Asha, something that rearranges the balance of power may occur. The Taraka clan has been quiet, so there is a strong faction opposing the resurrection. But there is only a week left until the succession of the throne. 1 week equals 12 days. Do we know that already? I know the days in this are different. The ways that, like, I think the years in TOG are different. Do we know that? Okay. I can't math. When it comes to numbers, I'm not my baby girl. I don't know what I'm doing. Yes, we did. Okay. Glam! Ah! Yo, Glam, what's going on at Fox News? What's going on, dog? I woke up to some craziness today. I said, hey, yo, depending on the Taraka situation, on how the Taraka situation develops in the future, opinions on Anata's resurrection will also change significantly. Yo, dog, Skip, the hairdresser, Ocho, Joy Taylor, the executive, they all wildin'. Jay and I read the whole lawsuit last night, pure comedy. I read what I could find, but Jesus Christ. She's a monster for trying to do that if it's true. Allegedly. If there's no solution in sight, they'll want to grab onto anything they can, no matter what it is. Lisa's looking. The Taraka clan has quieted down due to Yuta's absence, causing the current balance of power. If Yuta were to appear now, causing the Tarakas to strengthen, many would flock to the side of cooperating with Ananta's resurrection, especially Ashura. If he turns his back, the summoners he was protecting will die first. But what happens to the succession of the Taraka clan's throne if Yuta never shows up? Is that Raltara there in the front now? Silhouetted? Who's that supposed to be, Yuta still? Sorry, hold on. Notice the Taraka. My favorite line has to be when Skip called Shannon my arch rival. That's crazy. Yeah, Raltara. That's Raltara. Yeah. What happens if Yuta's? What happens if the succession Yuta? If the Tarakas go rogue and the desperate need for Anata emerges, you will also be tormented by the same thought. that rather than sacrificing one of those kids who do not want to become the vessel, it would be better for the one who declares themselves the vessel to become Ananta. One Last God. KUBERA. Story and art by Kurigam. Babo Kim Scan. Season 3, episode 350. King of Snakes 12. The line was interesting because Ashura protecting the summoners and taking the summoners hostage is a thin line. Yep. At a flip of a coin, depending on what's going on, ready to just make a switch up. We know about you. We know about him. All right, let's get it. The surrounding humans and Indra can't listen in. What you're saying now is only for me to hear, so speak with confidence. Yo! I know, Ash, I'm just like, I'm just saying, if somebody's just is willing to be the vessel and is already close to being Ananta, I mean, yeah, might as well let it be. Ash is not slick. I know, we know about her. We're watching you, right, hero. I shall say, let me be Ananta. Facts. Do you know that the god who imprisoned you is not Varuna? Yes, Indra lied. Even if she was stronger then, she would have been under a normal summon. She wouldn't have been able to surpass the power she would have in the god realm. Varuna alone trapping Agni and me? Yo, the way people are talking down on Varuna is crazy. Like, Varuna is not like that. You not stronger than me. You not getting summoned first with the cheerleader method, and you keep me and Agni trapped? Varuna? Yo, yo. Varuna, yo, come fight back. Yo, your name getting drugged through the mud, through the water. That shit is so funny to me. They dragging Varuna for real. Varuna did give up power to Kali to get back at Ganhavra. Fair enough. All right, fine. Ruta catching all strays. Hey, man, we still want a tribe, though. That's impossible. That power definitely did not belong to Varuna. It must be that of a primeval god. And the only primeval god capable of being summoned is Brahma. It seems that they took action after deciding Ananta's resurrection was the way to save the universe. However, if it was Brahma's decision alone in the absence of other primeval gods, then I think that way might not be the right one. Yes, I think the same way. Brahma's words might be false, like it was the case in the beginning when we heard about the best possible future the ancient human race could have achieved. You and I, neither of us could endure the misery, and so we both resorted to using the top. I see my boy. Big Shiva. Goated Shiva. To the left. Tall ass motherfucker. Reading about the pop off once you finally get shine. Honestly, like y'all was talking shit. Just torrential like downpour, like just start waving people away with tsunamis. The irony is that they're not even trying to diss her because they're comparing her to the heaviest hitters amongst the fifth Zens. That's actually a fair point. Like, it's comparative. It's just funnier if I frame it the way that I framed it. You dig? I think it was even stated that Agni plus Vayu is the strongest combo possible amongst the gods. Vayu and Surya, my mans. Strong enough to beat Ananta based on implication, if I recall correctly. They not beating Ananta. Cut it out. Cut it out. Great Snake? No. You and I, neither of us could, use the top. But Vayu, there's something you're mistaken about. You seem to think that Brahma was just choosing the wrong way to protect the universe. But I think differently. She may not have any intention to save this universe at all. She even said something that seemed to hint at the destruction and prioritized trying to kill Lees over pursuing a vessel. Varuna's like looking. Okay. What? You two are talking about the resummon? Well, if Vayu goes to Aisholi personally, the resummon could really happen soon. Sounds good. Sounds good? Are you seriously saying that? At least put some spirit into such a bull-faced lie. What's wrong, Agni? Agni, cook him! I'm tired of him. 2 weeks ago, he left with a W. He's had a W in my head for 2 weeks. I need you to beat that W out of him. Probably just God glaze, because recall I recall being, I don't think anyone could stop the two of you together. The dialogue being, Agni Eravata couldn't even kill Ganhavra, let alone Ananta. The year of injury is over. Yes. I tried so hard to protect Surya Summoner and felt so devastated that this was the outcome. You started to blindly oppose the consensus reached in the God realm, and now you see everything in such a negative light? Well, true. Atera was destroyed due to Kadru, who was brought in by the Anantas, so I get why you're grinding your teeth. Even if your vision is narrowed by anger, you cannot acknowledge the greater cause behind Ananta's resurrection. It's understandable. You are feeling justified that way. The people are listening. Wait, is that Lutz and Bao's girl? What's her name again? Someone tell me. Is that Lutz and thing? It looks like them. It's gonna bother me. What a punchable face. Why is it not being punched more often? Tilda. There we go. Tilda. Yes, there we go. Tilda. And Tilda Lutz. Yeah, I need to hit him. So this is how you're twisting it, Mumble. It doesn't seem like I could persuade you now. So if you want to try to resist and persist, in 1 week we'll look at the state of the Karaka clan and come to a conclusion anyway. By then you will not be able to maintain your current position. Agni, fight back. He clean here. He clean. Hold on. Look at my boy. He clean. Screenshot. Okay. After that, Serious Summoning was released and Vayu went right away to Asholi. According to Indra's words, we gained 1 week's worth of time, but we can't trust that, so we have to continue protecting the vessel candidates. Since the vessel candidates and the summoners aren't in the same place, our power to protect them is also spread thin, which is an issue. If Ashura wasn't determined to eliminate the vessel candidates by killing them, we could have joined up. Tilda! I know Bao was popping off. I'm sorry you feel that way. Lutz and Tilda have been there since last chapter 2. I didn't notice them then. Agni does look great this chapter. He looking good. He stopped him from going on a rampage. Well, we don't really know who would have won. I was just joking. Ganhavra was going to die. We could have joined up. No. Even if Asura was willing to protect them, you shouldn't entrust him with all the candidates. Don't trust him too much. Judging from his actions so far, he can turn into an enemy at any time. At the drop of a dime, flip of a coin, like we said. He's even bitching about losing. Is that something you, of all people, should be saying? Yeah, Kasak. Let him know about himself. Walks by Lee's. No, don't be so hard on him, Kasak. No, be harder. After all, he did play a crucial role in getting rid of Taraka, and afterwards he worked hard to prevent Ananta's resurrection. Agni. Gandhavra. We only extend our trust to the point we can justify it. We only extend our trust to the point we can justify it. That's hard. That's a bar. That's hard. I need that. I'm start using that. That's hard. I love Gunharver getting called out in this episode. They stay cooking Gunharver. They should. Like, look in the mirror, bro. Everyone just burning Gunharver. He gets called out every episode. Good. Well. If it isn't the consequence of my own actions. He does get called out, but it's like, this is different. We don't expect kindness or a sense of justice from you or Ashura. We trust in Ashura's trait of acting purely out of self-interest and your family? No. I trust in Manaka's efforts. If that were the old Agni, he would have said that he trusted in my kindness, despite being the god more enraged by the massacres I committed more than anyone else. It seemed like he was trying to see only my good side. Maybe even back then he was saying this because he had faith in Manaka, not me. But even then, he didn't draw the line like he does now. Because fuck you, you stupid dumb fish, bitch. Sorry, that was aggressive. But even then, he didn't draw the line like he does now. If only I hadn't been swayed by the Taraka that made a mockery of Shakuntala. Don't feel bad for him. Don't feel bad. Shakuntala asked me to send her regards to him. But would someone who killed countless humans in this search for his daughter really stay still after hearing about her? If he picked up a fragment and went off looking for his daughter, it would be a disaster. Ananta's resurrection just around the corner, so let's not do anything pointless. Interesting. So she's going to keep that information to herself. Interesting. For a second, Ganda thought season 1 Agni still existed, and he's not. That's not him no more. Lee doesn't even know that Ganhaver already killed Shakuntala here. Oh. I didn't even catch that, Corey. Excuse me, Agni-Nim. Is there any way to get that spear back? I will ask Vayu about it as soon as he's back from Aisholi. He's better at finding. He's better than I am at finding and persuading Ervata. How about learning a transcendental in the meantime? A transcendental? Yes, it seems like your transcendental value has increased a lot compared with the last time I saw you. But that doesn't mean I can just learn a skill just because I want to. I didn't even learn in those 7 years. I don't really have the time to learn another now. Ransai Rafi acquired 2 transcendental skills while we were in hiding together. Of course, it was possible because he had practiced the basics before, but Miss Lees, if you don't try hard, wouldn't you be able to learn at least one more? I would like to learn if I could. More magic, more magic. Come on! Where's that enthusiasm? Where's that spirit? Be like, yo, we dropping spells? Transcendentals? Teach me. Show me the way. A Terra Destruction really hit Agni? Yeah. None of them know that it killed Manaka to bring back Tio either. Another kind of problem would unfold than she thinks. A complete different type of problem. That's only be a big deal if it ever comes up. Did Shakuntala really die though? Vayu's betrothed also died and was still in the node. Oh, you think she's in the node? Okay. Ganhavra's soul destruction seems legit. Ganhavra can kill souls. Yeah, I forgot he can destroy souls. That's literally his name's power. The gods were pissed because those Gandhi destroys are not even fertilizer. It's not even the same as Vayu's betrothed living. Yeah, that's a good point. If I would like to learn if I could. It is difficult to learn a transcendental used by Suras. How about learning one exclusive to humans? There's also a fighter who's looking for a disciple. Human exclusive transcendentals? Those exist? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm what? We got those? Hold on. Hemming's transcendental? Hold on. Y'all don't even know about my transcendental value. I was out here. These 2 weeks I was training. Getting my value up. You didn't even know I learned the new spell. You don't even know about that. I'll show it off later. I don't want to be a show off and too arrogant, but I've been in the gym. Me and Tio been training. Yes, just like breath is a transcendental value to the Dragon Clan, there are transcendentals just for humans. That's actually super interesting. I thought the humans just got shafted in that regard. All the magic they learned were god magic, or what's the actual term for the Sura magic? That like Anan was using and stuff. Anyways, why is it not coming to me? It is said that they are the legacy of Murugan, a god who has now disappeared. Who was this? Fiendish magic. That's what I meant. While normal transcendentals don't really work in front of the eyes, Murugan's death was mentioned when Hanuman explained how the eyes of perishment worked. Oh shit, okay. I might have to retrace that and get my knowledge back up. It is said that they're a legacy of Murugan, a god who has now disappeared. Murugan was a god who deeply cared for humans and left behind skills that only humans could use. Only humans who are proficient in weapons like swords and spears can use these techniques. So there was no one suitable to teach them in the Suro realm since you had transcendentals of the Sword of Ray. There was no real need for you to learn transcendentals for other weapons too. I don't agree with that assessment, but I feel it though. No, Phoenix magic is Sura magic. Murugan was a god. No, I was trying to remember what the other type of magic was, like divine god magic, like normal magic, whatever you want to call it. And then what Anan was using with like the Ananta, was it Sangora or something, Ananta? I was just trying to remember what it was called, like the actual term. I wasn't saying that Murugan was using Phoenix magic. My bad if I confused anybody. Murugan was mentioned a few times before in the story. I think we saw Hati Murugan at some point. Yes, in the side story of Rama 13 Brilith. We saw Brilith use Hati Murugan in one of her previous lives to buff her weapon. San Vega and San Yoga. There we go. Yes, fiendish. See, Brilith a goat. So yeah, you guys don't know. See, me and Murugan go way back. Like, I actually know his cousin. So like, he was teaching me the spells. So I use them on tonfas and scythes. I'm different. Murugan has been twice before this. Bao and I looked into it when the chapter first dropped. I think it's possible Lise meets her in the past when we go back again, especially because it said that her domain disappeared, so it has to be a unique domain and probably in the past. I wouldn't be shocked if she was this versus Goddess of War. Ooh. I like that. But you can't summon the Sword of Ray currently, right? So it might be worth learning. These transcendentals make physically impossible feats possible, way beyond the capabilities of both the weapon and its wielder. I've seen a human on this planet use one of these transcendentals before they certainly exist. Nice. Are you talking about Tio Rakan, the woman you approached with the intent to kill 7 years ago? That's right. Miss Rakan. We love to see it. The fighter who's looking for a disciple is none other than Tio Rakan. Now, how about it? If you want to learn, I'll bring you there right away. Finally? Like, finally, nigga? Like, are we really going? How long have we been waiting? Tio Rakan. When that name was mentioned, I suddenly remembered something that happened 7 years ago that I'd almost forgotten. He had also recommended Teo Rakan to me as a teacher. Oh, after that, I went to the Suro realm without any chance to talk to that potential teacher. And 7 years went by just like that. So I thought that matter was already off the table for me. 7 years ago, he was already aware that this day would eventually come? Flare. Teo, if you still don't have anyone to take on your disciple, why don't you take a look at this one here? Look at my girl. Are you stupid? Yes, let's go. Screenshot to be continued. Hey, that was a great chapter to come back to. Let's fucking go. Right? It's time. You're finally getting a training. On God, we've been waiting for this, Glam. On God, we have been waiting. Kasak is not letting Ganohara forget anything, and I love it. That's my goal for real. See, Vitra Clan, we hold people accountable. Personal responsibility and accountability, Vitra Clan speciality. We out here, dragging up, nigga. 500 chapters later, Tio Lee's trading art. Callie didn't think it likely that Murugan would disappear. Must be special circumstances. Plus, war doesn't really exist for humans anymore at this point. Tio, she's lovely. Perfect. It's versus the Sura. Kurigan being like, yeah, I'll give you the trading arc before the ending of the story. That chapter put the biggest smile on my face when it dropped. By the way, the episode with the Murugan death story is season 3, episode 225. Let me screenshot this. Remind me to go back to that. Actually, I guess I can just pull it up. Manga. Dexu. Season 3, 255. 250 motherfucking 5. Might as well just find it for the one time. Take a gander. Abyss? Let's see if we can find Murugan. Saving the future. Oh, yeah, you guys said Hanu explained it. Okay, so right here, your conditions, where she talks about the red orb. What is wrong with Eye of Perishment? Oh my lord, bro, my brain. Let's see, Maruna. I don't think it's gonna be the only time Tio and Lee's train, but I'll explain later. Abyss 14. I'm on the right one, right? It was on. I love how the training also makes sense. Like, there's really more things for Lee to learn despite being a servant for 7 years. It makes perfect sense. Where is it? Okay, should be around here. Died in vain. Uptala. They had a grudge. Uptala died, which came true. Another one made the wish to eliminate the god Murugan, but the item did not respond. So they changed the wish into tormented Murugan. Developing with that wish, they succeeded in killing Murugan multiple times, causing the god torment. Of course, the god kept resurrecting, and in the end, that Rakshasa was killed in a pincer attack by other gods. The issue is that about 100,000 years later, Murugan was destroyed. As the domain of the god's jurisdiction disappeared, the god was no longer able to resurrect, resulting in their total annihilation. Okay. I got it. It was unlikely what Tierra said. This is the case of something specific occurring that caused the domain to disappear. Since Murugan was also 4th Zen, it cannot be something that is still considered universe-wide. Humans don't be fighting each other anymore. This is why I think war also with other context clues. That's interesting, Glam. I like the idea. I'm gonna ponder on it. Kurgan's blog. King of Snakes 12. Find the hidden Rand, Grand Harbor, and Kasak. They're over there. They're away from Misty Shore and on the coast towards Cali Bloom. Never-ending rumors of scandals. Agni is single-minded when it comes to his marriage, but he's a bit generous with friendly skinship, like squeezing Lee's nose. There's no shortage of rumors of him flirting. There were many cases where the other person misunderstood and had high expectations, and there were many relationships that were so close that people around him thought they were dating. Agni himself says that he draws a line, but it doesn't seem like that to others. On the other hand, Indra is a god who has a really splendid love history and has always been the subject of rumors regardless of true or not. He is good at coaxing with words and gets along well with goddesses he has broken up with. Hollywood style, so he's a player. Freak Bull Indra, he on that Joy Taylor. He said, Brahmanim, I want to be king. I will bust. Let me stop. Also, Murugan in Hindu mythology is a being associated with war. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Bet. Wait, hold on. God who naturally takes the head seat. It's already been a month since I've sketched a scene between Indra and Sagara for the storyboard of this episode, but have postponed putting in. What should have been included here has been pushed back to episode 353 and doesn't seem like it will ever be included in episode 354. Lol. Since it's a serialized webtoon, there are probably a lot of people who seek weekly progress and fun. And as a reader myself, I've been waiting and reading other webtoons every week, so I think I understand how you feel. So for now, I'm going to refrain from switching between characters and show you everything centered around Lee's first. When this chapter gets released in book form, I will restore the order to how it was originally planned. That's interesting. I'll bust it down if you make me king, Brahma Namaha. The technique that stabbed through Pingara on season 2. Many people have said Teo has nothing to teach Lees because she is so strong, but Lees is a character with good stats, but an empty skill window. While others choose and use dozens of skills, Lees is scraping with a handful. That makes so much sense to me. It's like 100 speed, 100 attack, 100 defense, but all you can do is basic like smack, punch. Like, you need some skills. All right. King of Snakes. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. That was great. Say hi to YouTube. This will be on YouTube later. Say hi to YouTube. This will be on YouTube later. Like the video. Subscribe. Hit the bell. It's time for some more King of Snakes. Let's get it. Look at my girl. Take a gander. Behold. Behold greatness. Curry does care. She shouldn't, but just write your story, man. I know she should just do you, Curry God. We want your story the way you want to make it and order it the way you want to word it. Huh? No, sorry. I mean, welcome, Agni Nim. And nice to meet you, too. I am Tia Rakan, stiff. Huh? This isn't the first time we've met. Her reaction is so different. Back then, she treated me in a very business-like fashion and spoke casually right away. Oh! Hi, babes. She only met the resurrected version? Is that what's happening here? Did I know that? Hold on. Big T.O. We literally saw in Brahma's big boss fight. Lee's had almost nothing to use against her. Facts. I'm a little sad whenever Curry talks about what her fans want. Never had met the real Teo. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Could it be that Mr. Claude said this person who was already resurrected put her name on the Do Not Resurrect list, and so the original soul returned? She put it together just like that, Liz? Okay. All right. The big brain activities continues. She used to be such a ditz. Oh, how we've come so far. So proud. She met Manaka Teo. Well, she did, but from far, as Rish. Could it be that... Yeah, I read that already. Have we met before? I don't quite remember. Look at this cute chibi form, too. I need all of these. All these panels are mine. I mean, Claude explained it to her back when she had the Ananta name reveal. Oh. I mean, fair enough, then. I didn't remember him literally telling her everything. Okay, fair enough. It's his sister, so... Well, his sister was a part of this whole conundrum, so he'd have deeper insight. Fair enough. Teo had an accident during the last raid by Taraka. After waking up from her near-death experience, she lost 7 years' worth of memories. Oh, so something like that happened. I'm sorry. I heard he had an accident, but I didn't know it went to that extent. No need to apologize. By the way, were you 7 years ago? No, that can't be right. But you look identical. Were you in Cali Bloom 7 years ago, perhaps? I saw someone like you. I saw someone who looked exactly like you on a mountain path. She seemed a bit more slender, but other than that, you look absolutely the same. Oh, when Claude used Hatiyama on her. Hell yeah. Lisa smart when she not lied to herself. Yeah. Oh, 1 second. Okay. She said you're fat now. No, I'm kidding. You got the muscles. I thought that it was impossible that there would be a woman who looked so much like Rao. Her name happened to be the same as the famous Rish, so I remember her well. But that must be me. Rish was a synonym I used. And I was once caught up in a Hatiyama spell and grew older for a while, so you must have seen me back then. Really? So it was Hatiyama? My curiosity has been satisfied. No, wait. You look like that because of Hatiyama? Wait, why is she freaking out? Then her remaining lifespan is... Oh, that's why she's freaking out. Babe's gonna be like, you're not Catholic. Well, there's not much time. So please give her some guidance post-haste. We have 1 week left. Before then, teach her to use at least one of Muragan's transcendentals properly. Within 1 week, it'd be hard even within 1 year. She will be able to learn enough. She is a human with exceptional talent, and as you can see, the daughter of Rowley's. Clamor. They're over there talking and yapping, the peanut gallery. When reaching the ground hover as well. Teal's reaction is gold. I love when Curry ties back stuff from long ago like this. These episodes are a treat. Yes, everything coming full circle and interconnecting, but not in a way that I think is annoying. Sometimes I think stories try to overconnect and like make everything attach. Kingdom Hearts is really what I'm thinking about. Like, enough. Like, relax. Everything doesn't have to be connected like that, in my opinion. I love how characters put together information they know or ask questions about info they know. It's so good seeing characters that actively think. I feel it. I miss the old T.O. Original T.O.'s the GOAT. Ha! Look at Clary. Look at... Yo! I know you see the GOAT on my screen. Stop hating on her. So what? She discriminate. Are you perfect? Why are you hating? Look at the gold in the top left over there. Besides, she is someone who hardly knows how to lie, so I hope everyone will support her. I have very high expectations for her. This is one of my favorite relationships. I like Agni and Lee's, man. The best. I'm here to represent. Not this again. The saltiest fishes here, a true specimen of the ocean. One Last Guy, KUBERA, story not by Kurigam, season 3, episode 350. Wait, she pushed back whatever panel she's talking about that many chapters? Wow. 351, King of Snakes 13. This is why I think we're getting more. Curry said we're going to get all the transcendentals of the Sword of Ray explaining the story. The best person to do so would be Tio to Lee, since she's the priest of chaos. And there are Murugan transcendentals. Teo continues to leave with more time. Curry seems intent on deepening Lee's bag based on the previous blog post. It's Lee's time. Put your race sword in the air if you don't really care. Thanks to Agni's words, everyone treated me kindly, but some are blatantly avoiding me. And the reason is most likely that matter. There are people here who have something to hide. Not that it matters. No matter what they'd have to say, there's no reason to argue about the inheritance issue now. What is she talking about specifically? She's being cryptic. I know it says... Fuck it, let's look at the chapter. 270? 270. 270. What happened to 270? Leaves beyond the ass. Someone got to do it. Wait, the stuff with Thing passing away? No, that's not this. It's this with Mirha. A couple gods that really stepped was not enough. Rao had a lot of accumulated wealth. The guild stole Rao's assets when he was missing. Ah, there we go. Is that here? Oh, yeah, around here. Okay, thank you. Inheritance issue. Other skills would be hard to be able to activate after just 1 week. So a weapon-specific skill with simple conditions would be feasible. Just watch for now. Decided to drop the formal speech after Agni left. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Bang! Scatter, scatter. Weapon-specific skills which depend on movement that meet specific conditions are specialized skills that increase the power of a weapon by several to dozens times its normal power. Give it a thrust. She's gonna have the Fire Emblem spear skills, yo. They've divided into 5 types depending on the type of weapon. The weapon triangle? And once you master one type, your knowledge of other types will reset, restricting your access to those transcendentals. So you cannot possess multiple types of specialized skills at the same time, and you must choose only one depending on your main weapon. Boo! Boo, Murugan! Boo! They said pick. She said you gotta be a defender. You gotta be a warrior. You gotta be a lance. You cannot intermix the skills. Boom, Murugan. Tomatoes. One type of special weapon. Check out the hole on the panel. Oh, it went through the whole mountain. Oh shoot. Well said. Deepening the bag. She couldn't have skills for that spear and sword. Check. What Indra on its Ananta coming home. So wait a minute. It says it resets. So you have to relearn. Is it more so like, okay, let's say I have the sword Transcendental by Murugan, and for whatever reason I'm going into a battle where I need a spear. Do I have to retrain my spear Transcendental in that time? Like, how does that work? One skill per person? Just what? Clary just chilling, arms folded. She and Gary. Amongst those various types of skills that you just saw was the 3-step rule, which specializes in piercing. Since you wield a sword of Ray, shouldn't you be learning Exterminating Rend, which specializes in slashing? There's only one person on this planet proficient in using. Can't you be planning to bring Zard? You can't be planning to bring Zard? I hate that name. Zard? I don't like it. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Zard? Double lard? I don't like it. I don't like it. You can't TO. He's a professor now, and he doesn't take on personal disciples. Why not? She's Rao's daughter. Zard would be happy to spare some time for her, and the sword of Ray is her main weapon. Excuse me, but I think it's alright, Tio Nim. I will just learn the piercing skill. Due to some circumstances, I can't use a sword of Ray, so I was planning to switch to a spear. What? How did you end up not being able to use a sword of Ray? It's a matter of the sword's current location. I think it would cause trouble if I summon it now. Are you worried that there will be casualties when it comes flying? It is known to avoid obstacles, so you don't have to worry about that. I love Teo. She's like, no, it'll swerve around them. Don't worry. Like, welcome back. It's been too long. It's been too long. One of my goats back on screen for real. Brilliant, where you at? I don't know. I think the game actually goes hard. Zard. Clary has to crush on Zard. Zard is Clary's sponsor. It's interesting that humans can use Hati Murugan and Murugan Transcendental too. What it looks like to me is that she'll have Murugan's skill for the spear and Kali's for the sword. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, fair enough, Bibs. Well, they can't use Murugan magic anymore. You're not fucking with Zard Blaine, bruh. See, bro, she already explaining the ish. Zard Blaine? I don't like it. I don't like it! No, the issue's a bit different. Anyways, I can't summon the sword since I'm planning to use the spear. I'll practice this piercing type. If you'll be using the spear, then there's a lot you can learn from Clary, even if it's not the 3-step rule. Well, anyway, you don't have a sword or spear to practice with at the moment, right? Then use this to practice. Just try imitating the movements you saw earlier. For starters, take 3 steps forward and pierce. I will check your form and correct your posture. I was wondering if can she use like short and distance in the same 3-step to like add more speed and power to it. Would that work? Clary is so bitch made. What do you mean? What you do wrong? I gotta take time out of my day to teach you for free? For free? I'm saying no too. You better pay me. What's up, Katan? Clary, hey, I understand you. I feel you. I'm here for you. I get it. They hating on you because they don't understand you. It's funny how she makes zero effort to hide it. Gotta at least respect it. It's true. At the very least, she's not hiding it. You don't feel shit. I feel everything. I'm such an empath. Don't you understand how empathetic I be? 1, 2, 3. Bang. Oh. I'm sorry. The staff you left me It's fine. I can give you another. But this, did the skill activate if only a little? No, it's difficult to imitate it after just looking at it once. After all, the skill didn't activate. If it had, there would be a deep hole dug out, not those cracks spreading out. This was just smashed by your strength. She's like, nah, you just strong as shit. You just broke the mountain. No, that wasn't it. Imp. Just because the universe is ending doesn't mean I need to work for free. Clary probably. Clary deserves a better king. Clary saw Lee's and was like, hold on, how you mean I gotta keep I gotta keep being Lee is entirely built differently? Yep, built too different. Dog, Lee just cracked the mountain. I know. That's so funny. It's like, no, that wasn't it, but you strong as shit. Disappointed. Aw. Heh. Aren't you looking forward to it? If you can already accomplish this even without using the skill, then your attacks can be that much more powerful once you learn and practice the 3-step rule properly. Clary looking like a hater, walking away. Tail size. Let me just say this real quick. Wait. There's no way I lost my thought already. Hating ass B. Hating ass. I hate a bitch hating on a bitch and they both hoes. I hate a nigga hating on a nigga and they both broke. There was different. Okay, so the 3-step rule is one transcendental with the spear, right? So apparently what Clary does is different. So couldn't she learn different spear transcendentals at the very least? Is that like how it works? So she could learn like the 3-step and I don't know, the shimmy shimmy, booyah booyah, stab, whatever it takes to activate. Lean with it, rock with it, stab. I don't know how it works, but okay. They're like, read. All right, I'm reading. In fact, this is a skill that multiplies damage. Many say it would be much more powerful if a half with high base damage could use it. And that's a shame only pure bloods and quarters are able to use it. Halves are humans too, so why can't they use human-only skills? It seems like Sura blood interferes with it. Anyway, you seem much stronger than most halves. You will be able to maximize the power of the 3-step rule. I'm glad that Agni Nim introduced me to a truly excellent disciple. She's such a positive teacher, positive reinforcement. I waited for this. I waited for this. Me and Glad made this happen. We spoke this into existence. We prayed for days like this. No one else. Only us. Do your best for this week. I'll come back and check on you whenever I have time. If you have any questions, just ask. I never lost faith. Yes, sir. Should be booyah, stab. Noted. Lee's going into Lancer class. Who has low luck stat? How ironic. I want to hear Lee's called Teo Master. Sifu. Okay. Yes, thank you. She's eating. She's stabbing. There's Asha still there, eh? I forgot Asha was there, bro. Asha's just still there. No one could see her. It's important to take 3 natural steps as if you were walking normally and maintain your posture as if you were walking on flat ground while taking those 3 steps. I only wonder if her boots. No. Probably short distance. Okay. You have to start out with the appropriate distance between you and your enemy and even consider elevation. Jesus. It seems that my success rate is currently 80%. If I keep practicing for the remaining time, I'm sure I can push it to 100% in a fixed by the book's form. But it is a skill with many weaknesses. You have to start level with your target and take exactly 3 normal steps and are unable to run during this process. And then the enemy must be within the exact range of your weapon. It's not easy to seize an opportunity in close quarter combat. And if the enemy knows that I'm using this skill, it is highly likely they will not give me a distance equivalent to 3 steps. By any chance, tap. Please let my hypothesis be correct. 1, 2, 3. Boom. I was right. smartest person you've ever met. There's never been a streamer smarter than me. She gonna short and distance that. It gonna be boom. Hold on. Let's Clary. She's shocked. She looks. The 3-step rule will activate even if I take those 3 steps with short and distance. Oh my goodness. Hey, yo. Yes, sir. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's raps. Okay, we here. Even the scale is bigger. To be continued. Fucking told you niggas. Curry Gaunt's Blonde, King of Snakes 13. It feels like the boss's daughter is coming as an intern. Agni's later POV was pushed back, just like Indra's part in the previous episode. Even if Teo uses it, the power is this much. It looks like a small hole from the front, but the large rock has been pierced all the way to the back. It's not that Pingara is abnormally weak, but that a human form Rakshasa can easily be pierced by this skill if it is done right. The left one is 32 years older. Because she's a quarter, right? There are often characters who don't look short when they're alone, but when you have someone to compare them to, their height difference is revealed. Teo and Gunhavra both, if you look at their proportions when they stand alone, it seems they could be about 180 centimeters tall. So about what, 5? That's like 5'10", 5'11"-ish. Because I'm 183. That's 6 even. So about 5'10", 5'11". Finally, adding a skill. I put off the POV of other characters and focus on Lee's and her progression, so she acquired the skill in just one episode. As you can see from the fact day and night change in the middle, some time has passed, but she still learned it very quickly. I'm actually like, I don't know how I feel about her doing this necessarily. Like, I get that you want to just focus on the Lee's stuff. I don't know how far back this moment would have been pushed. But I actually would be very interested in rereading this portion in the intended order that she wanted. It kind of reminds me of a story that's being told out of chronological order. So, like, Garden of Sinners, Karen no Kyokai, or, like, Monogatari. Like, you watch it in its release order, and then you can do a chronological order watch. So maybe this will be interesting to go back and do, you know? Curry can't help but put Teo and Gandhi in the same sentence. You hate to see it. Yeah, with a real spear, it's going to be crazy. It's a good part. You're right. It's a practice stick. It's not a real spear. Or, God forbid, the name-changing spear. Naya's big brain finally worked. I'm so impressed. You instantly thought of short and distance. Thank you. Because I'm like, wait a minute. I've seen her spamming that. If it's 3 steps, is it 3 literal normal steps or 3 steps normal to you? Normal, short, and everyone's. How did you know? I just thought 3 steps. I'm like short and distance. I don't know. Learning new skills when you have the final boss right beside you. That 7 years of combat experience coming into play. It happened so many times. I'd be forgetting Asha is there. That Asha panel actually made me laugh. I forgot that Goblin was still around for a while. Asha's still lurking. Yeah, I feel it. Anyways. Next chapter, let's go. Yo, we got a little marathon going here, baby. Also, I'm a meathead. So, like, as much as it's on the combat series, my brain went straight, wait a minute, what if you add short distance to the spear thrust? You getting fucked. So, yeah. It makes more sense that she did this when you see the next episodes. He sometimes is smart enough to guess short and distance, then go slow mode and think Lila's face mac was actually a goblin. The duality of man. I love the panel where Agni's standing between Teo and Lee's, explaining that there isn't much time, but she'll learn fast. The much time is the double entendre too. Not much time as in her lifespan and Teo realizing that, and not much time as in we have a week before they make the decision. The damage that can also increase proportionally to how far she increases her short and distance intervals. Remember, Lee's still hasn't reached Rao's level of proficiency with short and distance apparently. Speed bitch merchant. I am a speed merchant too. Alright, like the video, subscribe. This will be on YouTube soon. Let's get it. More King of Snakes. We moving, we schmoving. Lee's is stabbing mountains. The size of the hole has been largely consistent until now. Why did this one suddenly get so big? And the spear still broke, by the way, the practice stick. The only difference is that I use shortened distance. Was it a skill that made the range grow in proportion to the distance walked? Since the practice staff is so fragile, there's a limit to how much power I can apply. How much of an effect will this skill have when used with that spear? It's going to be crazy. Even without any skills, I could already do that much with it. Boom, bang. Oh no, that hole is way too big. The mountain couldn't support itself. It's collapsing. Rumble. She really broke the mountain. She's gonna can blow up a planet, dog. Hey yo, bam. I don't think you can hang no more. For real. She hit me with the I don't know. One Last God, KUBERA, storyline by Kurigam. Season 3, episode 352. King of Snakes 14. Come outside, 25th Chestnut. we got a rematch for you. Cali Bloom, Temple of Chaos, in the process of being rebuilt by the creation hand brand Brimo. We've restored the outside almost perfectly, but the inside is a problem. It said that every pillar of this temple had a different shape. If you search the library, there are sure to be some materials written by scholars with too much free time. Reproduce the previous layout as meticulously as possible so no one can pick it apart later. Don't apply a modern touch just because it's easier. Representative, there is something you should take a look at personally. She's pretty. Hey, there's a Kurigam there. You mean this bear in the back over here? It is? Oh, you're right, I think. Nice catch. Okay. Lee's better not slip while using the skill with the spear or Riloff will be gone. Even Kunadwan will be hiding when Lee uses this skill with a real spear. Facts. There's a Kurigam there. I didn't see it before. That's Rish. Oh, nice catch. Yeah. That's my girl, homegirl. No glasses, eh? Okay. Were her eyes almost purple? Did you see? Just a little while ago, a mountain near Chaos Barrier exploded. Collapsed. Wow. If we rewind the security footage in slow motion, a large hole suddenly appears at its base. Then the top collapsed. A hole that large appearing without any warning is only possible in cases such as Mr. Kasak using his breath in Sura form. But so far, Mr. Kasak has not been sighted in Sura form. There's one more besides Kasak, Kasakta, or whatever. Taksaka. Yo, learn the name. Respect my clan. Are you dumb? That's racist. Racism against my clan. No, I'm kidding. Let me stop. Taksaka. Whoever he is, he's a Sura who helped tremendously in moving the Atera survivors here. At least get his name right. Yeah, goddamn. The Rish and Rush are there. Kasak comps, LMO, Dragon Clan level of damage. Lee's gang. Well, they are both racist for real. Is this the first time we've seen Rish and Rush in the same room? I don't recall them ever being in the same room, but I think so. Maybe, I don't know. They know the name, and yeah, they are actually being racist. Ari new design again. Let's go. She's looking good. I'm messing with the cloak. Well, anyways, that guy seems most likely, though I have no idea why he do something like that. Nah, look at it. Now it's moving me. Now that I'm seeing it up close, it's moving me. You got to remember, Heidi was my first. That's my first favorite character. She could never fall off. It's suspicious because his whereabouts are unknown. I heard that after Ashura kidnapped the summoners, Taksaka went to rescue them. Huh? I heard it was Taksaka who kidnapped the summoners and handed them over to Ashura, though. And I heard that they were on the same side from the beginning. Huh? That can't be. Mr. Kasak's father joining hands with that Ashura? Well, you've got a point. Since everyone keeps telling a different story, I have no idea what to believe. She looks frustrated. It's a cute, frustrated face. It's clearly a mixture of guesses from people who don't really know anything. That means there is no reliable information. Even oracles are questionable at this time. Those who seek the resurrection of Anatta and those who oppose it. Both sides include prestigious gods and infamous suras. So from the perspective of those who only learned that gods are just So from the perspective of those who've only learned that gods are just and that suras are evil, this is bound to be confusing. Okay, interesting. I like this panel though, so I'm saving it. It's clean. First things first, shouldn't we ascertain our stance towards the resurrection so we can decide who the enemy is? I'll start by saying my stance is always the same. The one who protects the city I belong to is my ally. There is no need to trust them unconditionally just because they're gods, and also no need to reject them unconditionally just because they're suras. The one most reliable is myself. You've got my approval on that one. Shoo, she talking that talk. That's boss movements. Respect her. Stop hating. Okay, hold on. We saw the twins when the parents died as kids. What Curry doing putting all the baddies in these chapters? Only Brilith is missing. Big facts. We need Brilith. We need to eat. Mirha's with them too, Katan. Bug legs. Wonder if Agwen is still with Taksaka. If she still mistakes him for her dad. Surya on the wrong side. They got to update their info. I think she realized it was Tak. Oh, look. Oh, she looks gorgeous. This group is continuing that plotline of humans becoming dependent on gods again after they were summoned, and I love it. They need to depend on me. I could protect them. Let me defend the city, yo. I got the Murugan Transcendentals with a scythe, a sword, my fist, some brass knuckles, tonfas. Ashura allegedly kidnapping the summoners but not killing them right away suggests he may actually be protecting them. We shouldn't make judgments based solely on existing reputations. Right now, factions are divided depending on whether or not one agrees with the idea of Ananta's resurrection. A god could be an enemy and a Sura could be an ally. What's this? A gathering of heretics? Straight to hell club, I guess. Myself included, of course. You're not going to hell. Relax. Yama's got you. Yama's my boy. My cousin. Who's out there listening? Is that Clofi or Clush again still? He's still around? Hearsay is fire. Bum gods are frauds. Bring back Fiendish magic. Suras are here. We need more Sura magic. I love it. Yama forgives them all. Yeah. Okay. There's a city at night. Looking beautiful. Nice. I like this large rock on the side over here. Beautiful. It's fortunate for you that things have turned out this way. There were some who were suspicious of a mute half, but it was all resolved when Indranim acknowledged you as a half. Now that even gods and Nastikas are joining hands, you don't have to worry about getting kicked out of here. Chloe? Is that his name? His name's not Chloe, isn't it? Clough? Yeah. Just calling him that? If you continue to live an honest life as you have been doing here so far, there won't be any issues. I should have put more thought into the name I told her. Why did I pick my dead brother's name? It feels weird every time I hear it. So that's what you said. Okay. Okay. They've had a thing going on for a while, so I'm interested to see how it all has been shaping up and how it's going to play out. Claffy, Ari too good to people. Shake my head, fake name. By the way, why is the Temple of Chaos being rebuilt? Didn't Teo say she doesn't want it rebuilt? Not sure. Chloe was on stage 5, Umpani in the spin-off. Okay, thank you. I'm almost sure the rock pillar 9 pointed out the same one that Yuto exploded with the neutral bow way back when. Really? That's the same one, eh? The dead brother is the one from Ragara's side story where he developed. Ah! Okay. I safely retrieved and delivered KUBERA's items, and the resurrection ritual will be held soon. The universe may become in danger depending on the result of the resurrection, but there is no particular indicator the city specifically would be in danger right now. On this small planet, many Aztecas and Nazicas are clashing. There's Lenny. Lenny! My presence will make no difference in terms of power, and I have already completed the mission given to me. I guess I'll just stay here until the resurrection is complete. You in love, nigga. Look how you looking at her. Well, a version of her did. She was conflicted on it, not certain, staying broken. And yeah, that's still Manaka. Blow her back out, young man. He's confused. What? Do I feel more comfortable living here? Oi, Clough, what the heck are you doing right now? Clutch might be worried. No, I just feel like it's no fun going outside the city and possibly running into hostile nasticas. So I decided that it's better to stay inside the city. That's all. It's not that I find it more comfortable. Look at him. Are you spacing out again? Are you still worried even though I told you it's all right? There aren't half races bad-mouthing you when I'm not around, are they? Are there? Are you being bullied at the martial arts academy because you're a newbie? No. See? This is why she top 10. That shit, did I put her 11 last time? I have to put her back in the top 10. Back to the top 10. Welcome back! Where's Brillith? Anyway, if you have time to think about it, about other things, at least move, relief, supplies. You're stronger than them after all. I think I should go look around to see what happened to the mountain that collapsed earlier. You're leaving the city now? But that's very dangerous. It's dangerous. He's slow at writing. Sigh, are you still trying to follow me around again? I've become your sponsor without asking for any compensation and giving you free room and board. So at least you can do is run some errands to make up for it when you have the chance. Got it? He's worried about you. Again, this half sometimes. He unconsciously uses surah speech. There might be rare cases of half capable of surah speech from what I heard. Even if you go now, it'll be too late. It wasn't something an ordinary half would say. Whoosh. There's Lee's. You did something quite conspicuous. Your father was also well versed in using short and distance, but never found a way to combine it with weapon skills. He found it easier to fight with his bare hands, so he rarely picked up a weapon. I gotta lead it for this one. Ari's probably Chloe. Cloughy gonna do something heinous to her once he goes for stage. He'll probably do something heinous things to him. And I think Ari is his brother's soul. It's clearly romantic implication, guys. Maybe, maybe not. It's implying that. It could be something different. I'll be honest. This dynamic is the least interesting one in the series for me. I need something more. I could actually agree with that from a like objective standpoint. But you know, Ari's my girl, so I'm personally invested. Oh, sorry. I mean Elwin. I said Elwin Rakan, not Lenny. My bad. My bad. Elwin. My fault. Mix her shit. Blow her back out, young man. That's crazy. If romantic, it'll be more obvious since third stage is horny. He feels like, I feel like he's confused like about what he's feeling. I don't know. Asher Lee's dialogue is the gift that keeps on giving. Lee's gas. Let's get it. What about the neutral bow? The fact that few know its owner makes it obvious. It was only given to him by Vayu when the god was summoned to Kacht. Knowing that the end of his summoner's lifespan was imminent to be visible to the eyes of death magicians, he left the boat to your father and made him responsible for securing the transport ship in case of emergency. No, don't shift the blame to the gods with some clever words. You were responsible for the summoner's lifespan ending before the transport ship landed in the first place, right? And that's how my father ended up like that, eventually. Like that? What do you mean? You said yourself 7 years ago, I killed your father. Well, I meant that in the end, it was as if he died by my hands. Not necessarily that I killed him directly. Do you take everything you hear literally? I'm tired of answering you. Stop beating around the bush and tell me the truth. Would you believe me even if I told the truth? Just tell me whether I believe you or not. Just tell me whether I believe you or not is a problem for later. This might be one of my favorite fictional like relationships ever, like duos, like Asha and Lee's. Yeah. Do you seriously trust Curry to develop a proper romance? Shh. Yes. Hold on. I really like Coffee's little story. Yeah, when we were gassing this pair, it's off of potential. It doesn't have much substance. Yes, I agree with Naya. Plus, Yuta already liked Lee's in second stage. Had a predisposition to liking humans that Coffee doesn't, and expresses his emotions way more openly due to his hunger. Lee's is so tired of her ish. You see romance in a development key. Death. She's done it multiple times already. Just cause they all toxic doesn't mean they ain't developed. It occurred to me that a part of the reason Lee's is acting like this to Asha is because she learned how the SZN recording device works. Asha Lee's is special. I meant romance leads to anything more than dying in each other's arms. Okay, fair enough. Curry does romance really well in the side stories, but with her main pairs, not the most shippable. You already know that I'm from Karth, right? I was in danger on a planet on the verge of destruction when I met a primeval god and gained the chance to escape. The price for that deal was giving up something I did not have at that moment but might obtain in the future. I didn't know what it was back then. I only found out after it was already lost. Something that other people commonly have, which you have none of right now. But you may come to have it in your future. Family. Familia. Okay. Familia. After losing the benefactors who had promised to be my family, I realized what I had been given up in return for the deal, and I was devastated. It was definitely not a normal choice because I had already made a deal to sacrifice my family. I became someone who always chooses to sacrifice family. No matter what happened, protecting Ra would have been the correct choice. But there's no way I'd have made such a foolish choice if my judgment was sound. Again, as soon as she sees someone to use as a shield, she pins the responsibility on them and weasels her way out. That's the kind of person Asha is. All right, let's assume the choice you made. Let's assume the choice you made was due to that deal. Then why are you sacrificing so many people to gain Ananta's power? To get revenge on the primeval god who offered you such a deal? It would be nice if that were possible, but I'm not really sure about that. No matter how great Ananta was, he was a mere creature that died in D500. The primeval god is immortal regardless of the existence of this universe. So even if I gain Ananta's power, I will not be able to take revenge on him directly. So then, why would you go to such lengths to obtain that power? To gain the right to defy time. I will eliminate this faulty possibility and get the reality I deserve. She's still a queen. I don't care. I don't care. She's still a queen. Killer queen. She said, I'm going to get that future that was promised. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get that reality or die trying. Kurigan's blog, King of Snakes 14. Airi is no longer the Magic Guild president and has returned to her original occupation as a mercenary, so her physical condition has improved. I think I've mentioned this before about the reason people call Taksaka by the wrong name, even though he's a famous Nastica. It's similar to how people don't like Kurigam would call me Spit Gum or something. They know the name but call him by the wrong one on purpose. Why Spit Gum? Yo. Daily life in the life of Chloe. On the left is a picture of him training at the martial art Arts Academy while pretending to be a half. On the right is a picture of him eating together at Idy's house. Elwin comes by as often because she's a fan of Idy. And I remember that they are almost the same height, but let's just say Idy's heelers are a bit high. She's wearing high heels. If you can remain patient 3 times. Someone asked how Lise can go to the bathroom when Asher is away from her. LOL. Asher will stay outside the bathroom door. The rope is quite long, so there's no reason for her to follow Lise all the way into the bathroom. But why aren't you curious about whether Asher needs to use the bathroom or not? Try my best to look cool. The full idiom, if you keep patience 3 times, you could even avoid the sin of murder. There's a bit of a long story behind it, but the point of the idiom is keep your patience. Do we know when King of Snakes 16 is coming out? Because I'm already ready. Woo! Sorry, give me a second. Dying, romance, facts, Catan. I know Curry needs to write a sex scene. Take a joke. She already wanted to because of what Utah and Lise. Utah's peak romance. Familia. Also, Callie Lise, but that's controversial, I guess. I like it. This is a big reveal. We didn't know what Asha gave up with her deal with Vishnu since the end of season 2. So she gave up her family to gain family and didn't get that. I wonder if this Asha Gaslight arc will ever end. No. Are we sure Asha is right, though? Yes. For all we know, Vishnu just said she would lose something and Asha was just deluding herself. Okay, I get what you mean now. She made it pretty clear she had been left to her own devices before she used Hati Vishnu at the end of the season. See? It seems both Lise and Asha have something in common. Gaslighting themselves. Possibility. Cold from Asha. Peak. The reality I deserve. Even then, she still acts entitled. A delusional one. You missed Curry's note. Did I? Try my best to look cool. I thought I read everything. High heels. The bathroom thing. The training. No, I read it. You think Asha is a static character at this point, not including power progression? I'm starting to consider it. The Asha has maybe hidden her attentions from in season 1 into a bit of season 2, so you can argue that was a more perspective point of view thing, but has she really changed since the beginning of the story? Not significantly enough that I would call her truly dynamic, but this is static that makes sense and static that works. I feel it. Tiara and Pain for every skip as usual. I would say Asha is static. Oh, after the be continued. My bad. Where is that? Oh, shit. Today, Lise imagined using the 3-step rule skill on Asha 3 times. That's funny. Did I miss any of the last ones? Sorry. Was there one last time? I'm going to go back for a sec. Unless, okay, I guess not. It doesn't want to load. Sorry, guys. Did I miss the last one? I forgot those used to be there at the bottom. No, there was none in the last one. Okay. But yeah, that's funny. Maybe that's what's happening with the training, that image training. But from here on out, okay, I'll a big point is that she was essentially frozen in time. I just say read the next episode. Okay, let's get it then. All right. YouTube, you know what it is. Hi, hello. You guys are late. I mean, if you want the Patreon or the Twitch streams, you already seen this. All right, let's get it. Ananta's power grants the right to defy time? Yes. How do you know? I found out after reading the record. I didn't just twiddle my thumbs during the time lost to Hati Vishnu penalty. The Hati Vishnu penalty. You should know what the record is now, right? I heard about it, but I didn't see it. You didn't see it? The long record that takes the form of a long piece of paper, you really didn't see it? If it's a long piece of paper, then I caught a glimpse of it from a distance for a moment. but it all disappeared right away and never appeared again. Was that piece of paper the record? I was shown so much, but Lee's wasn't shown anything at all. Anyway, you went to that. That's actually interesting. Like, why? Time Nim? Record Nim? Shout out Patreon. Shout out to Patreon. Wasn't a hint to Kubera that Leeds would have died if Rao lived and Asha went with him? Would Asha saving Rao even do any good for her happiness? I think that was implied. This makes me wonder what Ananta saw in that space. Did he even ever see records? Lee saw the record himself. Isolation is bad for development. I think Asha's time in white space made her social issues even worse for everything. That's a good point, Soul. She is so confused about Lee's right now. Yes. Anyways, you went to that place due to the Hati Vishnu penalty, saw that record, and found information about Ananta having time powers. So you didn't know until you saw the record. The murders were committed before then, but the reason came after? No, that's not the case. You, back when you practiced magic by repeatedly killing and reviving Kuberas, didn't commit murder just for the goal of defying time. You might have had the vague goal of gaining power to take revenge or simply desired power itself. And then after you learned about the time ability, you rationalized it to your advantage. Because claiming it's for the sake of undoing the death of my benefactor is a more convincing excuse to relieve your guilt. If it were me from 7 years ago, I could have been swayed by it. But you keep pulling the same shit. By now, it just makes me want to puke. I'm sick of it, Asha. 7 years ago, I really thought you were a reliable and mature friend. But looking at you now, both physically and mentally, you seem very young and immature. That's the exact opposite impression I have of you. Interesting. It's fair though. Makes sense. One Last God, KUBERA, story done by Kurigam, season 3 episode. Why am I talking like that? Episode 350. What the fuck is wrong with me? 53, King of Snakes 15. Cook her. I love this dialogue. Cook her. She's so confused. Asha, really a run and dunk man when it comes to shit talking. She has one gimmick. Gaslight self, gaslight others. And she's like, I'm going to get the ball. I'm going to get in triple threat position. I'm going to go in between the legs. Left, drive right. I have no other move. She's Pascal Siakam, Beyblade merchant. That's all she got is one move. It's inevitable that I look physically younger than you now. I've been able to extend my life twice now, only with the help of Hati Vishnu penalty. My lifespan was originally fated to end at N13, so I've only lived for so long after all. Asha was born in D996, continuing her lifespan until N13. Her actual age is at most 17? If so, she is not much different from me 7 years ago. She was taller and knew more than me back then, so she just looked more mature, but so, you really are young. Excluding the period of her disappearance, Asha actually lived from D996 to D12 and a few months between N15 and N16. Okay. The evolution of her swag. After reappearing in N23 and living another month or so, she must have used up most of her 17 years of life. She probably doesn't have enough lifespan left to delay it any longer. Just like me, her death is close. She must be determined to stake everything on Ananta's resurrection. Do you know what it means to defy time? The destruction of a possibility. This here will become a possibility, and the new history that will be written will become reality. But this is reality right now, Asha. To turn back time, to destroy this universe and create a new one. If I make the new universe better, the end result will be better. And you will be the one who determines what better means? No matter who decides, there can't be a universe that satisfies everyone. but at least I'll create a universe that's better than the current one. If it doesn't work out, I will go back and repeat it over and over until it does. For the sake of your own ideals, you are willing to destroy countless universes as possibilities. No one in the universe that is being destroyed would think that is the right choice. Universe that is being destroyed? No. It's nothing but a possibility. Things that will no longer be real once new history is written. Why should I give that any consideration? Oh man. I fucking love this. It's the LeBron move. Facts. Look at the ball. Fade away. Fuck you 3. Giannis in transition looking ass. Asher swag just got worse and worse. We definitely destroying this timeline. Complete psycho behavior. Spin move merchant. Lee's is one who cries for destruction of possibility. Asha is one who destroys possibility on purpose for her own sake, and Ananta who destroyed countless but didn't know any better of it. Asha trying to do what the strongest being couldn't. I guess it's my turn. Let me handle it. Utah also said that I was peculiar in that aspect and that this kind of thinking was more common. I don't think I can get through to her with persuasion. Grip. Lees, what are you doing there? Could it be you who did that to the mountain? Teleported by members of the fighter guild capable of casting spells? Yes, I was. Ha. Stay alert, Tail. No matter what Agni Nim said, his summoner is currently held hostage by Ashura. After all, you shouldn't take him at face value. I've told you all about how during the time you don't remember, that kid was insufferable. I've been against you personally tutoring her from the start. Why do you bother with her? She ignored. How did you accomplish this? It's impossible to do that with the 3-step rule alone. I don't know the exact principle behind it, but I just used the 3-step rule in conjunction with short and distance, and it just happened. You use short and distance? What a load of... oh, shoot. She said flash step. Talk some shit now. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. She pulled up. Right to her face. I don't know why. You've been openly showing such hostility towards me. You really don't have to go so far. I'm not interested in my father's property. Don't talk like it's your natural right. Well, I guess a child who shamelessly lies about living with Anna until N15, even though she died in N5, would hardly be above throwing Rao's name around, huh? Well, I admit it's true I was wrong about that. My mother died at N5. I was just denying it because I didn't want to believe it. If that offended you, I apologize. Why is she being such a prick? Isn't it obvious? Inheritance issues. Oh, shoot. The tables are turning. But how are you so sure about my mother dying at that time? Did you witness her death or see her body? If so, please let me know. In the year N5, my mother, how did she die and by whose hand? Was it a surah? If it was, what kind of surah? What? Why are you trying to check with me when you admitted she died too? I didn't see it. I lost consciousness at that time. Yep, you remember all this? You remember all this? Got him. I couldn't see what happened, but you know, right? You being so sure of her death means you know something, right? Clary doesn't know for sure either. We only know Anna's lifespan because we heard of it. Who would have spoken about her lifespan? A death magician who met Anna in N5 when her whereabouts were unknown. Claude? I'm not sure I'm allowed to disclose who it was, though. It was Mr. Claude, right? Huh? You knew? I think I should meet with Mr. Claude about the encounter that defied time and what happened from N25 to N5. Yes, it's time. Oh snap, Claude. I remember this. I recall. Lee's roasting him all this chapter. Cooker. Lee's got smoke for everybody. Claude and him when he was a kid. We saw it happen even. So the reason why Clary didn't like Lee's was because of money, not Gon Havro's emotional resonance. With this, I lost all my respect for Clary. Boo. Clary gang. We're Team Clary. I wasn't aware of it before, but he is different. He may have known due to seeing me grown up, or maybe due to seeing third stage Utah, or perhaps was aware even before. But one way or another, he must have known that eventually Utah and I will go back to the past. But he never even brought up year N5 during our encounters. He must have kept his silence on purpose, knowing I still didn't know about it. Maybe if I meet him now, I'll be able to find out more. It's impossible for you to meet him right now. Cloud is in Rin Hollow. There are currently no scheduled transport ships, and it'll take some time to gather up teleportation musicians. I will get there myself. Let's look for Agnanim first, and if that doesn't work, let's just run. If there's anyone who can use recovery magic, I would like to ask you to heal me just once. Healing? No problem. I can do it. My girl. If you're on your way to my brother, to want to go together, I have something to tell him too. I'm going with you too. Why are you suddenly Teonim? Ever since I lost my memory of the last 7 years, I had to take a back seat in Cali Bloom affairs. My access to major facilities was also restricted due to a rampage that I don't even remember. I remember this. So I am currently a priest who cannot go to the temple, and a head of the Fighters Guild who cannot go to the Fighters Guild. And there's something I have to talk with Claude about. So I don't think it would be a bad idea to go now. There's nothing to do here anyways. Then before you go, you should separate the team. If you go with ID, you'll feel terrible. I will endure it. I need this. The Claude intervention. What do you know? A letter from Claude amongst the Hati Vishnu related materials collected by me of the last 7 years, and numerous letters I was trying to send ID. Those siblings clearly know the reason I've become like this. The one 7 years ago was visible because it happened nearby, but this time, the resurrection site is in the opposite direction at the South Pole. I can't see it at all. How boring. But are you really going to stay here? The resurrection site is far to the south, and all of the most powerful actors are there. The gold! I don't think there's anything in this city that will be of interest to you. Oh man, my boy Vitra, the goat, the god himself, the Dragon King. To be continued. Asha was almost fully grown up when she first met Brilith. She's a minor. According to Willar's law, you are considered an adult from the age of 16. Normally, purebloods grow up to the age of 20, but the law is like that because of how it is agreed upon by society. In our case, the age of 19 is considered an adult, but that is only in modern times. Collection of Ashas. Asha is the type that grew tall early, and by the age of 13, she was already over 170 centimeters tall. When she met Brilith during the magic exam at the age of 16, she was almost the same height as Asha season 1. Crunch. Lee's held Clary just enough to prevent her from retreating further, but Teo sensed the danger and stopped her. Damn. She would have broke her wrist. Who talking about me? Amongst the priests, there are those who have a lot of work to do and those who don't. If they hold another position besides priests, example Lila, or they have no other position, but there is no one to filter the documents like Sierra, there are often scenes where they're just burdened by piles of documents. Other than that, there is not much work Because generally they have a trustworthy person by their side to filter the documents first, and only those that absolutely need the priest approval are handed over. Bonus mead from the staff. I did all that. I did all the time for power. Asha. Bullshit. Lee's. Asha's face in the last panel. Claude. Vitra. Mao. What you got there? Vitra. Cloud. A smoothie. All right, let's talk. Whew. I was just about to say, Vitra just be chilling anywhere. Like at any given point, Vitra just be somewhere like, oh, we have to go into such and such place, and you like open the bathroom, you just see Vitra. What's up? I thoroughly enjoyed that. It's almost to the point I wish I had the patience to wait a week so I can always binge 4 chapters in a row, but that was great. I had a great time reading that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, let me see. Cole from Tio. This roster is so fire. Everyone interested in everyone in the story right now. Tio leads ID and Claude all in one spot. Raw lineup. 3 baddies going to Claude. He about to get his ass beat with his personality. Ari's fucking shredded. God damn, she in the gym. Which I need to go back to. I took 2 weeks off. I haven't worked out in 2 weeks. It's crazy. Rah. He's can hear let's go. Reacher doesn't care. Ain't no way this motherfucker was just chilling here the whole time. He might have been asleep. He's tired. We are God's sleepiest soldiers. You don't get it. We be sleeping. The most random duo in the story. This is a GOAT duo. This is fire. Brother just vibing in the bed eating jerky. Back-to-back years we start with Vitra. You love to see it. He eating jerky, chilling. What is he doing? The most random character in the series. He's the greatest. Claude and Vitra convos gotta be surreal to watch. Lee's about to fuck up her whole arm. It was crazy. That blog post made me think Lee's wasn't really asking questions out of simple curiosity. It was tell me or I'm gonna break your wrist. She wanted smoke. Vitra has a habit of being anywhere randomly. Lee's using her brain to ask Clary hella good questions. Lee's, Teo, Idy, Claude, and Vitra all together. Peak lineup. Back to back gas chapters. Good meal. It's wild how a random letter from 400 episodes ago became relevant again. Love you love how every detail in the story matters. I'm with you. I'm the same. Oh man. That's like no cap. I don't think I'd give any of these 4 chapters under a 9. Like, I'll tweet it out because I'll do because when I edit it and I'm going to get the thumbnail and stuff, I'll do a reread and skim and maybe have a better score for you. As an overall score, I'm probably still at a 9.5, but that was great. No, it might be this might be a 10 because of Vitra at the end. This lineup, Tails back. Oh my goodness, Clary out there being a hater. Teo ignoring it. Lee's putting her in check. Learning about Murugan and the different types of and the magic that they gave for just humans. Like, incredible stuff. Incredible work. How we feeling? Yo, Glam, I think me and you and Bal need to have a discussion. And also, real quick tangent, top 50. What day works for you best this week? For the top 50. But yeah, we have to do a discussion. We need a interim King of Snakes up until at least like chapter 16 and just talk about it because I got a lot of thoughts that I want to ping pong off of you guys. Get some discussions. Get some more discussions going this year. Let me see. I'll let Bao know. We could yap now for a bit if you want to come through. Brother, if you had been there when this chapter first dropped, I yelled crazy seeing him that bad. I'm free the whole time. Gotta do views too. Yes, we do. Generational run. I'll let him know. I think if you had a single Brilith panel, you'd give this a 10. Facts. It could have just been a panel of past Brilith, maybe even no. These be current Brilith. But you forgot about Gandalf being cooked. That's +2 on the first chapter. That's a fact. Kasak, my kinsman, my clansman, not letting him get away with a goddamn thing. He over there trying to weasel his way out of his accountability and whatnot. Let me just grab my headphones so me and Glam can speak. I'll be right back. Lee's and Tail season. They finally training, man. I used to pray for days like this. Whoops, wrong screen. I used to pray. All right, Glam is in there. All right, this should be. Let me know what the volume is when I get in there. They training. They training.
Killer.
They training. I'm good. I'm actually still like pretty tired, but I'm all right though. I'm good. Yo,
You 2 weeks off talking about some tired. This man's not serious.
I'll explain later. But we got some gas. I'm so happy I got 4 chapters to come back to. I needed this. This was a great way to come back. This is the first stream of the year. I'm so happy. Mm-hmm. I don't have that other guy to drag me down. Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. I could just stay in the KUBERA realm. But talk to me, brother. How did you feel about these last 4 chapters, bro? Like, I kind of wish I was with everybody when it was happening, but I'm happy I got to do it like this too. You know?
Oh man, the yap sessions that me and Bao had over the last 3 were intense.
I'm gonna be more active on Discord this year, by the way. So.
Okay, love to see it. In particular, I'd say the Murugan thing really got the gears turning for the both of us. I'd say I think that's the number one biggest theory crafting thing that came out of this whole thing. Mm-hmm. Although I do think that I don't know how you feel about this, but I'm almost dead certain now that this current universe we're in is going to become a possibility in some way, shape, or form. We keep getting references to it getting changed over and over and over again, even with the amount of character work that's getting put in.
I'm starting to believe that too. Especially with the way Asha's talking, too.
Yeah.
And she's like, "This is not my reality. It's not the reality that I was entitled and deserve." Mm-hmm. So, yo.
Plus, with Lee's going back in time and being like, "Oh, I'm going to save all these Yuta possibilities." Mm-hmm. I get the feeling that if this universe right now that she's in became a possibility, I think that would inform her decision a bit more. Even though she's already of the mind that all the lives in the universe matter. Mm-hmm. But I think she'll be more incentivized to go out of her way to save people in dying universes or whatever the hell it is. But because you remember in the beginning there, all of us were like, we've skipped too much stuff to not go back and see it or see how it changes. Because there are certain things that have played out now that I don't think would play out normally given the buildup. For me, the number one thing is the Lenny situation not making Shess develop in front of his mom. I don't think makes any sense at all. The current timeline. So that's one thing that needs to get changed. But we already talked about this. I wouldn't be shocked if both Lise and Asha lose here. Brahma wins and Anta gets resurrected. He destroys everything and they're like, nah, we got to go back and save this. Save it, Brody.
Yeah.
Because I think that would be the only scenario in which Lise would be all right with going back in time and changing things. Because we have to get her to the Time Lord portion at some point. It has to happen. And with her current mindset, I don't think she's going to be willing to do that unless it's for a positive.
I agree. At the very least, she feels it's the right thing to do. And then maybe in that moment, she's acting out the thing that God KUBERA told her in KUBERA and KUBERA. Mm-hmm. She starts to take on those birds. I'm sorry. I'm actually so freaking hype right now. I'm so hype. I'm actually containing myself a lot. I want to throw things. I'm so excited.
I mean, bro, when I saw Breacher in that bed, I literally yelled, "Oh my god!" I didn't see it coming at all. What is way off guard?
This needs to just be a continuous Gimmick. She said throw something. Ah! I threw a pillow. Understandable reaction, honestly. Like, this needs to be a gimmick. Like, anytime you see him, he just needs to always appear where you least expect him randomly. Like,
Yes.
someone just, like, opens the staff room, and he's just, like, in the VIP chair asleep. Like, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love it. I love it. Oh, my goodness.
It's me, Ritra. How you doing?
It's the way Lee is denying using time powers, but maybe she will be forced to make this. Oh, I lost it. The comment went up. Hold on. Force makes it a possibility. Her idea will be broken. To be honest, Lee's and Asha time body cop arc. That's crazy. There's
gotta be some. Go ahead.
Last year he appeared in the first chapter, and this year again. Every year needs to start with Ritra. It's the Ritra first. Every first chapter every year. Ritra needs to pop up and show niggas. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, Lise also doesn't even know that Ananta is her name yet, which is like, once she realizes that, like, we've talked about this before about what Lise and Asha are gonna get out of the powers that Ananta has. We said that Asha's probably gonna end up with Ananta's body, so she has the power to do what she wants. And then Lise is gonna get the access stuff, the name-related stuff, the time stuff. Because Asha getting the time stuff, I don't think would work for overall plot of the story, because if Asha has control of the time stuff, then it's kind of hard to see a scenario in which she would ever lose, in my opinion. So that's something that needs to get denied to her, but the power in another way I still think works. But like we still have to get to the point where Lise is willing to take on those sort of responsibilities. And this is the other thing too. A lot of the build-up we've had with certain characters has been like little snippets or cut short. Like, for instance, the Lise Teo training arc. I mean, we both have been wanting that for so long.
Yeah.
But Teo just teaching Lise one move is not what I think either of us would consider substantial enough for something that's been built up this long for this.
And all things considered, she kind of just like demonstrated and like gave her like the theory of how it works, and then Lise pretty much was just doing it on her own for the week. Where, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that inherently. I did want it to be a little more interactive, and I like how I know that Teo's style of training wouldn't work for everybody, but I think it works well for Lise, a more positive reinforcement and things like that. I think that really works for her. So I actually do think she makes a good teacher for her.
I agree. That's why I think we're going to see more of it. It's the same way with the Genharva and Lise stuff. Like, Lise hasn't even told him about Shakuntala yet. And now, with less than a week left before Yuta would ascend to the Taraka throne, like that's the biggest hint to me about this being a possibility. There only being a week left before Yuta becomes fourth stage out of his control entirely is like, that's not enough time for us to handle all the other character arcs we have going on. Like in this arc, because I don't think this arc is going to end before the week is over. Do you agree? I agree. So like in this arc, we do not have enough time to tackle Teo Genharva, Agni Brilith going forward, Sagara and her thoughts on Ananta or stuff like that, like Lila Chandra, which is still a plot line in the midst that we have to deal with. The stuff going on with, like, is Surya going to get rezzed by Vayu in time? Like, that kind of stuff. We have so much meat left on the bone that it's impossible to get it done in a week right now.
Agreed. So
and like
more and
Maruna
more, I'm with you with Brahma actually somehow getting this W. And then
like Maruna, Kalavinka, like all the Garuda clan members that are still alive haven't even shown up yet.
They haven't. What the hell? That's true.
And we have two groups of them because we have Akasha and Symphati, and then Garuda, Kalavinka, and Maruna.
Jesus. Yo, God. Yo, where's 16? Yo, drop it right now. Y'all like to drop it when I'm doing some other things. Drop it while I'm doing Kubera. Okay, hold on real quick. Cut to the comments. Maybe the problem here is Teo isn't a spearman, so she can't teach her at all. Isn't she? She uses a rapier. That's her like main weapon. Sword.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So it still works with the spear transcendentals because it's
a stabbing move. Yeah. Okay. Does that mean that she could use the cutting moves with the sword too as well somehow?
If it's a rapier, I would think not, because those types of blades are not designed to slash, so they would just be piercing moves.
You know what's crazy? I don't think I've ever seen one in real life. So only on TV
Yeah,
or
they're
on show.
very, very, very thin blades.
And I'm
So, like,
and
it's not
I
a lot.
and I like
Yeah.
weapons. I've seen a lot of weapons. I don't think I've actually ever seen one, and I'm thinking about it. I remember when I went to that weapons museum. Okay, anyways. Vitra called Lee's Ananta before. She just learned that Ananta can manipulate time. Kubera told her she was one that took them to the past, the one that took them to the past, but she thinks it was just because of the sword. And Kubera also told her about the name not being originally Kubera Lee's. She's getting closer to connecting the information that she got. Yep.
She is.
Yep. But what if Yuta doesn't come back?
I don't think him. This is the point. Ascending to the throne doesn't necessarily mean he's going to actively participate in anything. Him just ascending to the throne could mean the universe just starts breaking down because of his own abilities, like we saw in that universe possibility.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, because he's the universe devouring monster. So I think that him just ascending in and of itself is enough.
That makes sense to me.
Plus, even if he doesn't come back from out of that pocket space in that week, some other Taraka clan member will do the same thing. Now, it might be to a lesser extent. Then it's going to be it's going to still be a similar effect.
Okay. Wouldn't Lee's training under Teo after this possibility erase feel very repetitive, or in general, seeing these events unfold again?
No, because he wouldn't be teaching her the same things.
Yes, and also I think it's a matter of perspective, because if Lee's is actually repeating something with the foreknowledge she already has, it could actually change things and make it more interesting, where she might feel the need to not mention or feel the need to mention other things. But I'm also with you on that. Like, it'd be different. She'd be teaching her something different, something else. I don't think it'd play out the exact same. Sometimes when you have like time loops and things like that, I get why some people could say like, yo, it's repetitive, it's annoying. But sometimes it's the small little differences that just incrementally change something when you're repeating something that actually makes it interesting, as Simi would say. Interesting. So.
Plus, the time spent with Teo right now is not what I would call substantive for a dynamic between the two characters.
This feels very montagey. Yeah, it's very montagey.
Yeah. It was a good start, which is what all of these character dynamics that Lise has been building so far feel like. Like her with Surya, her with Genharva, her with Teo. Like, they've been very short and not fleshed out and in depth like we've seen with other dynamics in the story before. Mm-hmm. That's where, and we're sort of like rushing, not necessarily in terms of pacing, but we're rushing to this weak decision that's going to happen regarding Ananta's resurrection and the Taraka throne getting ascended.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so Murugan's like, you can only learn one. How did you interpret that? The whole I mean, I interpreted it's like you can pick one subset of weapon to spec into, and then you're locked into that set, basically. Mm-hmm. Now, and that's just transcendentals for humans. I would think, given her domain and everything that she has, that she would be capable of doing all of them. But I don't necessarily think humans are capable of necessarily. It's probably like humans just can't handle that level of power on average. Mm-hmm. Leech could buck that trend, but I don't think that's necessarily going to be the case. It's probably a biological thing that she can't not do. Because part of me was wondering if like she could somehow bend the rules. I guess that's what I was thinking.
Possible.
It was almost like I learned this.
I would be shocked.
I learned this in a universe of possibility, and even though I guess it doesn't exist, I still know it. But now I'm learning it in this universe. Like, I guess that's what I was thinking was gonna happen. I don't know. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind of like I was trying to figure out how it would work for her to learn more, because I don't want her just to have one with the sword. I want her to have multiple. But as soon as Teo said 3 steps, I said, "Yo, use that with short distance." I'll probably go crazy, insane.
I'm telling you, dog. He's gonna fucking blow a planet up.
I love
like an actual weapon in her hand.
And I'm here for it. 100% here for it. If you have to come back in a week, Raltar will probably inherit the throne, so the end doesn't necessarily happen in a week. Well said.
Well, the throne will get ascended, so some level of fuckery will occur in the week, no matter what.
Just not the Utah level. Yeah.
Yes.
He would eventually go hungry. Plus, he's alone in that space. The universe of possibility was breaking down because of Lee's time traveling. Though Yuta was only eating people.
That's not what's stated in Enemy. In Enemy, it's stated it's because of what's occurring with Yuta.
The universe of possibility. Let's read that. I was assuming originally Rautaro would ascend to the throne, but maybe Shokintala calmed her down. Yuta degrades the more universes are destroyed. Vishnu described him as the lifespan on the universe in the sin grudge cycle. Kurigams seems to like RPG games. Every skill is balanced like it is a game. And she references them a lot too. Like what she said, Lee's someone with really good stats, basically like no skills to use. Like she's got fucking tackle.
Yep.
It's like
it's just very high power.
Yeah. It's still whatever. So yeah. Also, random fact: Murugan in Hinduism is the first son of Shiva, and his wife is Parvati, son of destroyer and power. And then you say Murugan is the thing of war, right?
In Hinduism, he's not the god of war, but war is one of his listed domains. Okay. Now, given what we've seen of the character so far, both times we've seen her, I'm fairly certain it's a woman based off the build. She's had different armor on and different weapons. I'm almost dead certain that her domain was war, and because there may be some specific situations, but it is noted that, then from what I've seen, humans don't really engage in warfare anymore, and haven't in a long time because Suras are just the bigger threat. Like, we don't see a lot of human division in the macro level. Sure, there's plenty of like personal squabbles, but there's never like standing armies or stuff like that. So I think it would make sense for their domain to be war and to have been degraded to a point where war is something that like isn't a concept that most people recognize in the story. More than like is tangible.
They said
my volume's quiet. No,
it is.
According to the chat, I haven't had the volume on. Plus, I've been trying to make food.
They should have told me earlier because you're loud in my ear, so I don't know. My fault. Is that? Let me know if it's better.
Might be a Streamlabs thing.
Yeah, because your desktop audio is reaching the yellow to the red parts when you're talking on my thing. Mine's not reaching that far, so I thought I was lower than you.
That's funny.
All right. I got so many thoughts. Okay, it's better. They said the universe was ending because of Yuta, and it would eventually end like that. But sorry, that would be sorry. No. Go ahead. Yeah, Lee just opened her skill tree. I missed some. My bad.
Yeah. You want me to go first or you?
Let me just read this quick. It was stated that the universe of possibility collapsed because around the energy, not because of Yuta. Lee just now opened her skill tree. It makes sense. They said the universe was ending because of Yuta, and it would eventually end like that. But that whole thing's turning to nothing we saw at the end, we know is just the lifespan of the universe running out. Rand, Maruna, and the gods knew about it, but we saw that the gods didn't really share the info, though it seemed like Vayu told Roosh.
Yep.
But war exists in gods versus Suras. Does it count?
See, that's a thing. Because me and Naya have talked about how a god would die before. Because we had that one stream about the gods where we talked about it, and then we've talked about it a couple of times in passing. Where he and I both agree that it seems like the concept that they're connected to has to be wholly destroyed for that to be the case. With something like war, though, it's not necessarily like fire, where it exists outside of the influence of humans or like sentient beings. So that war to me could be a case of belief. And with Sura clans fighting against each other, for instance, we don't really see Sura clans go to war a lot. It's like momentary battles. Like there's never any sort of
their fights, skirmishes, clashes, conflict. Disputes, arguments, conflicts, but not war.
There's never
war.
Sort of any, there's nothing that's like that. Now that could be semantics, and I think where Catan is right is that he brings up a good point with it being connected to the gods and Sura. But this could also be the case of if you're sort of like a social constructs concept, which war is. It could have more to do with humans than it could with like existential forces, like the rest of the things that the gods are.
That was kind of what I was thinking when you brought it up. Like maybe because Murgan was somebody who was like for the humans, fourth Zen, and taught humans like transcendentals that only they can use. It's more about the war of concept for humans amongst humans. That's what I was thinking, but I didn't know if that made sense, if the concept exists with Suras and gods. But again, the gods don't seem to really war either, but they get into disputes and conflicts and sometimes get, small little friggin'. You know how I always say that Civil War wasn't Civil War for the MCU?
Yes.
It was a 5-on-5 basketball match with subs. That's what it was at the airport scene.
Because with something like this, Murgan's very interesting because once she was listed as fourth Zen, that was very telling to me, because if their domain didn't exist, I don't think it would have been possible for her domain to not exist if she was fifth Zen, to be quite honest with you. Because at that point, the god level of power that you have to be with how enlightened you are, it's like you're just there. Like you are just a concept that exists that's almost impossible for you to be gotten rid of. Mm-hmm. But if she had been third, it would have been very easy for this character to have died, because thirds are typically planetary gods, and their domains are just the planet that they rule over, but they have other attributes that are connected to them. Mm-hmm. Fourth lives in this little like gray area where you can be an entire concept, but you may not necessarily be fifth Zen. Because we've seen that with Vayu when he was fourth Zen and ascended to fifth. Mm-hmm. And it's implied that the other natural gods were fourth and then ascended to fifth once they attained enlightenment. But also, Ushas, whose concept is dawn, even though she's made of other attributes. We've talked constantly, Naya, about, if we want to get Indra the fuck out of here, let's let Ushas take his place, type shit. Yeah. Because then, like, the concept wouldn't be gone, because she could still represent the sky because she has the attribute. Mm-hmm. Murgan dying and her domain being gone, like, if her domain was connected to any other god, that means, like, for instance, if she was fire attribute or any other kind of attribute, then by her domain being gone, Agni should be dead too. Because that would mean that, like, fire didn't exist. Mm-hmm. So it has to be a domain that is wholly unique to her. And once I thought that, I was like, this character is too specific, has been brought up too many times in passing, and now has a power system dedicated to just herself. Like, this character has to be addressed in the narrative. Like, yes. Lise at least has to meet this person.
Wouldn't be shocked if Morgan could teach Lise something specifically. Or
yeah, and
I've had this weird thought that seeing Lise is the inspiration to teach humans transcendentals. I don't know though, but
I mean, not necessarily like that. I think I might like her having that sort of idea of her own volition. But
I do too. I just want to put it past.
Yeah,
Eastern storytellers to overly connect something like that. Mm-hmm. Aren't Sura clans in constant Cold Wars though? Do Cold Wars not count as wars? I actually didn't.
Not really.
If that's true, I didn't think about it. I don't remember.
The Sura clans aren't like. I mean, if you're describing a Cold War, that implies like subterfuge and espionage being constantly used against other clans, but not open warfare. Sura clans don't do that either. Yeah. Because this is the other thing with the Lise and Murgan thing, is like being able to see her. I wouldn't be shocked if Murgan, because from my count, I think we've been introduced to nearly all of the important characters in the story up until this point. Maybe he's like some other, like the number 3 or number 4 ranked of the Vreecher clan, or the number 3. Well, actually, we know who the number 3 of the Kanar clan is, so that actually doesn't matter. Like, there's some dragons that we haven't met. Is really it. I wouldn't be shocked if Murgan is the last major side character to get introduced into the story and fleshed out.
I'm here for it.
Because other than that, I think
I'm intrigued.
Because like, who hasn't really had much screen time? It's really just Varuna.
I want to say, the one that gets kids pooped on. They're like, Varuna not nice like that.
They've been, bro. Surya's
so
been
funny.
dragging her. Indra's been dragging her, which is wild to me because I still don't think Indra's stronger than she is. But the Vayu and Agni one is facts, but it's like, god damn, y'all don't have to phrase it like that.
I know, like, I mean, it's true, but you didn't have to say it or like that. It was so matter of fact too. So it's not natural, universal concept, but a concept that emerges when other entities are present, kind of like death. Not natural until life is present. Yeah, something like that.
Yes,
absolutely. Yeah, but side story.
But with death, But
Well,
with death, it's like death can be like natural without humans.
I
War
guess
is like a
because like trees and I guess like animals, if animals exist, or
yes, yes.
yeah. From what I remember, the rule is that the god will get revived as long as their jurisdiction exists. So for Murugan to die, it would need her jurisdiction to vanish,
Yes.
then her getting killed. Indeed. So hold on. If my jurisdiction is gone, I could still live until someone kills me. I can't come back. Okay.
I would imagine it would come with some kind of power nerf as well.
By the way, how do you know Murugan is fourth stage? Where was it mentioned? Was it the 270 chapter?
It was mentioned in the first side story where she was brought up.
Okay.
Let me actually find it.
Her domain were spoons. There are no spoons in the universe. Ignore this comment. Listen, if she
Yeah, here we go. Murugan was a fourth sun god first mentioned in the side story. I love you not. As Nameless 56, who was a previous life of Brilith, used her magic, Hoti Murugan, to strengthen her weapon. By the time of the series, Murugan no longer exists.
I want to see if I can find that side story. He says, "I called I love
It's
you."
one where Brilith is like that soldier.
Okay, hold on. How far back did you go? Oh no, they're right here. Okay, hold on.
It should be in the first batch of side stories.
Love, not you say love letter.
Not love letter.
I love you. You said.
I love you not is what it said on the wiki.
Oh, you're on the wiki. That's why. Okay, I'm on thing. Did the side stories appear earlier? Side story, Dragons Universe, In My Delusions, Dawn of the Gods. Probably be. It's page 4 on Manga Dex. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Italian. I gotta do an Italian stream now? Hold on. Page 4. The beginning once again. Return. Am I stupid? I don't see it. The beginning. Then this is Italian. This is page 4, right?
I have no idea.
Because now we're on volume 2. The wait before time. There we go. Should be around here. Wish. South Pole ideas. Water shadow. I love you not 1.
Yes. Or I think it might have been 2. I don't remember, but
if I don't see it all, okay. Captain. It's enough. You'll go horse. Agni. Before the main story. Come back to me. There you are, Captain. Oh, this one, which is your soldier. Yes, soldier. Yes, this is one of Brilith's past lives. Soldier Kim. When does Murugan get mentioned? You know, like what? Page 3. Sorry, it's okay. Shout out to Italian translator. It's stupid, but it's on page. No, you're not stupid. It's fine. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Okay. What else did I want to mention? There's so much to talk about, bro. Asha being like,
I don't know what the fuck Reacher's gonna do.
I actually have no thoughts. Just what are you doing here again? You're actually hilarious. Vindra nation name, Hati. Wait, Hati Murugan right at the beginning? Am I stupid? Hold on, yeah, Hati Murugan, yeah. What does that do? Do you know what it does?
It just strengthens her weapon.
Mm-hmm.
It just made it more powerful.
You know, Lee's learned that. Get the attributes. I know you can't use it anymore. They're not there. Right at the beginning. Okay, but when did they mention Murugan? Was Hati Murugan actually like the first literal mention of the name? Because that's what I was looking for. Like, okay, let me go to the next chapter. See what's in here. If not, I'll try to find it after.
I think it might have been a side blog thing because the word Murugan was in there, but either way.
Mm-hmm.
He was either that's where she was first mentioned. It could have been stated that she was fourth stage when Hanuman was talking to Ran about it.
That's what I was saying. Like, I feel like I just read that. That's what I was asking. Because
I was locked in my food. My bad.
You're good. You're good. I think it was
And my
270.
pasta and my
Your pastor? I need to eat something. I didn't eat all day. It was 270. I think when Hanuman was talking, I think I saw that there. Let me look at it again.
Yeah, Kajan, I don't know how Reach is going to get involved in the conflict. Is my point.
What if he does it? It's like I'm asleep, bro.
He's still a little too broken. Granted, he's in the human realm, so he's actually less powerful than he would be in the Sura realm.
Mm-hmm.
So he just still has hands.
Wait a minute. It's not the right chapter. I'm on the wrong chapter, aren't I? Yes, I am. Can I count? I know I can. I know I can. I learned one day. It was KUBERA and KUBERA. Here we go. No, this is not it either. It's the part where Hanuman. There we go. Nope. I keep thinking we're transitioning to Hanuman. I keep being wrong. I forgot what chapter you guys told me it was on. I'm sorry.
Abyss 14. Sweet.
Oh, what the fuck was I doing? Why am I so far? Abyss 14. Oh, I just remember the number so wrong in my head. Then I guess cool. What do I know? This was such a raw part. I think here it said that there were 4 Zendo. Murugan. There was Ubtala, Rakshasas, yada yada. Murugan. No, it doesn't say here actually. Actually, it doesn't say here that they're 4 Zen.
Well, that's what the wiki says.
Another explanation, Murugan, in exam, they changed the wish to tormenting them, yada yada, kept killing it. Of course, to God, blah blah blah. The issue is that 1,000 years later, it was destroyed. Yada yada, total destruction. That's why it's strange. No. Okay, so no, it doesn't say here, but I guess maybe a blog post or something must have said it.
Yeah, it was. I remember it being stated and reading it outside of the wiki. So.
All right, sorry y'all, my bad. Page 3.
But yeah, Murugan should be important in the future, at some point.
Yes. Vitra gonna breathe fire and blow up the temple, or maybe sleep. Maybe the blog post from when the spell was used. Yeah, that was the first Murugan mentioned. Then in Abyss, Hanuman talked to Ran about it. Hati Murugan is an ancient spell that strengthens weapons. Ancient, so we're talking about swords, spears, and bows, no guns. It's a spell that disappeared before the Cataclysm. The god in chart doesn't exist anymore at the point of the main series from the blog. Thank you, Corey. Which side do you think Vitra will stand? Pro-resurrection Ananta or no resurrection? If I had to guess, would he go for or not for it? No, I'm not, because I do think that him and Yuta have a relationship. I don't know how he feels about the whole Yuta universe ending thing. I'd be more shocked if he was for it. I don't know. It's hard to say. Vitra actually throws a huge monkey wrench into like a lot of what I think is coming or what's coming. I'm too excited to calm down, slow down, breathe. I'm still super excited about the confrontation with Claw. Like, it's like an intervention. They're gonna gang up on him. It's gonna be hilarious. And I know he's gonna be unserious at first or whatever. I don't know if Vitra ends up being the straight man in the conversation or whatever, but I have no idea why he's here and what he's gonna do. But whatever side he goes on, will absolutely sway things in ways that cannot be measured, because he's the strongest character of all time that ever existed in history of all time. So it's always Yama. But yeah, good shit though. Oh yeah, we have to have a discussion soon. Maybe after 16 we'll have one. I'm excited. I waited for this, and it was worth the wait. It was worth the wait. Um, you have any final words for the people?
Oh, there we go. There we go. I was muted because I was on a phone call. I need Clove to be fourth stage so he can, acquire Irie's cheeks. For sure.
Until not the. I think he'd be against it. He'd probably just look up at Lee's and say, "What are you talking about? Nanta's right here." Then go back to sleep until Nanta pulls up. It's the year of the snake. Shit. Okay, so so like, honestly, I want to say my favorite panel is Irie is just pulling up with her hand in the pocket.
She is, bro.
She hit the
when did
gym.
she get threaded on her ad?
Because remember, now she's back in the field as a mercenary, so she's not on her ass as much. So she's out there getting that work.
I never remember seeing her have like that dense of muscle mass in her waist. Like I don't ever remember seeing her.
She went further. She might have went further beyond. See, last time I only got kind of swole. This is me at my peak, my maximum. Yeah, Vitra popping up my favorite panel. This chapter might is it 9.5? Is it a 10 because of Vitra? It might be a 10. I'm sorry. I might be glazing. Is this hard glaze? Probably. Who's gonna stop me? Nobody. As far as dialogue goes, I'm not sure what I would choose for this chapter. I kind of like everyone being like, I have a reason to talk to Claude. I have a reason to talk to Claude. Maybe her just being like, it was Mr. Claude, huh? Maybe pulling up to Clary and being like,
I mean, the best Lee's blowing up the mountain is still fire. That shit was pure hype.
Yeah, I was talking about this chapter specifically. You're talking about like off everything. It's probably that one. I like the one where Lee's is being held by Agni a bit. When Astros, it was basically like, let me become a nigga. that was raw. There's a lot of raw dialogue. Also, Lee didn't see any papers. Might be a purposeful choice. Oh yes. What do you think the significance of that is? Her seeing it and it disappeared.
What?
Asha being to just read it all the time. Is it because she actually just meets record nim san sama kun?
I think it might have to do with the fact that because Lee's is an Axis, she doesn't see records; she creates them. Because I think it's possible Ananta's the same way.
That makes sense to me.
Because correct me if I'm wrong here. We've never seen Ananta like acknowledge the records, like, and then because we've seen the lingering will do it,
and we know that I want to live, but I want to live is just a part of what's being recorded necessarily, not him like going there physically writing it down. That's a good point.
Like, and we've never seen him do that. We've never seen KUBERA do that because you and I both agree that it's probable that KUBERA was the Axis between Lee's being born and Ananta dying. We both agree with that. So we've never seen KUBERA interact like that with them, and we've never seen Lee's interact with that one. So I think it's possible that if you are an Axis, you don't see the records. You're just responsible for creating them. Yeah. Or like your existence will automatically create them as you like passively just exist because they like are created around you. And even if you don't change anything, they're still being written down because time has to be recorded or whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense. Small nitpick, but how did Heidi, when she appeared there, know Lee was going to see Claude? I think she was just listening in. Because she mentioned the healing part first, like, oh, you need healing? And also, if you're going to see my brother, I'm going to slide. I think she was just listening in. She might have been nearby. I'm not sure. He right on my point. You will be recorded if you were time user. Time then was records of those who use time. Okay.
Use time.
So that's a little different then. Okay.
Because I don't even think we've ever seen Vishnu or Kali look at the records or touch them or anything.
So no, only those who don't, I guess. Well, that's interesting. I like it. I'm here for it, man. I'm so happy. This was the day to come back. It's the right day. This was historic for me. If Brilith popped out. Oh man, I'm right to the backflip. Broke my neck right on stream because I can't do a backflip, just a cartwheel.
All right, speed. You got it, bro.
Now I'm offended. See, my day's ruined now. He ruined my day. She mentioned she was gonna check the mountain to Coffee. Oh yes, okay. Oh yeah, she was on the way to see what happened, and then they're like, "Did you do this leash?"
Oh, yo.
Hmm.
By the way, even though this is completely off topic, brother, we need to have another tears discussion.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Nah,
I told you what I wanted to do. Just
nah,
ramble
I
and
swear
edit.
to God,
Hmm.
I've just been, the more I've thought about it, dude, the more I've looked at it. That game gets worse and worse and worse the more I think about it. Like,
I feel it, but Echoes of Wisdom was not the follow up. That game's not good to me.
I recently beat Echoes.
I don't like it.
I like it more than Tears. I don't think it's greatness or anything like that, but I
Mm.
definitely like it more than Tears. But it suffers from some of the same issues that Tear does.
So I've heard. So I've seen. When I play, I'm like, I'm not doing this menu management thing again. For everything that could be. Nah, I'm not doing
Oh
it.
no, 100% agree.
Just give me the sword link mode. That's all I try to abuse. That's all I try to abuse. But stray thought. Wait, hold on. Stray thought. If Asha's seriousness is if Asha's serious about saving Rao, that could be a lot more complicated than she thinks. Rao isn't even from this universe, right? Well, I think in this universe, a possibility. I think he still dies. Tears of the Kingdom is going on every time. I don't know why I assumed she went to the group the moment she got there, but now that I think about it, she's probably smart enough to spy on them to assess the situation first. Oh well. Yep, she's a mercenary again, so she probably not just gonna be like, boom, what's going on? She'll be like assess with stealth and then make, her assessment and judgments as need be. You feel me? Ah, I feel good. This boosted my mood. I love this for me. I love this for us as a collective, as a group. That being said, I'm gonna wrap it up. I appreciate you guys coming through. More KUBERA greatness. Stay tuned. I think maybe after King of Snakes 16, if it doesn't end soon, I don't know how far the rah-rahs are or whatever, but I do want to talk about it with me, you, Bow, and Yap. Have a Yap session.
Mm-hmm.
Probably do it on YouTube if anything. I don't know. We'll see. But tomorrow we are watching Bleach. You have a good night too. Tomorrow we're gonna watch Bleach. I have 3 episodes to watch. I gotta finish it. Wednesday I was gonna play Cassette B. So you're good for Thursday or Friday then? Glam?
I'm good, yeah.
Okay.
I'm definitely good for any of those days.
All right then. We're gonna pop in that then. KUBERA will be on Mondays. Well, they're always on Mondays, but obviously since we have nothing else, it'll be on Mondays. Until that other guy comes back, if he does. Raws are good. I believe you. I fight myself every day not to read them. Build the gang till I die. Yeah.